There are 250 very intelligent people who are coming into the workforce who are going to change the world we live in. They are the people who have extreme knowledge in artificial intelligence, machine learning, quantum computing, genome sequencing, and genome editing. They're going to change our world, and there's going to be a fight for their talent. Now, 50 of them are going to find their way to their parents' garage and create their own companies, but the other 200 are going to be fought over by big tech. The market is playing into their hands, because if you want to come to Meta and get stock options and get some ownership of Meta, would you rather get it at $360 a share or at $86 a share? That's how the stock market's playing into their hand, and you need to be aware of it, because these companies are going to work to get their stock prices down so they get that talent, and you can take advantage of it. This market downturn is coming to your advantage because you want ownership, just like those 250 geniuses.
Best of Us Investors presents Carrie Griegmeyer.
We're at the verge of the major change in our world. And the question is, who's going to facilitate that change? The last time this big kind of change happened, it was the digital revolution. Back in 1989, when the birth of Microsoft and Apple came, and these four guys came out of their garages and introduced us into the digital world we live today. Well, we're going through another change as a result of artificial intelligence, machine learning, quantum computing, genome sequencing, and genome editing. So the question becomes, are we going to go through a new garage episode, or are the tech companies that we have today going to be the places that these people land? Well, let's just say there's 250 very intelligent people, as I said, who are going to make this happen. I would guess 50 of them will find their way to a garage and then will be financed by private equity and will create some new companies, and they may or may not be bought up by the big tech companies, the big giants of today. But I think the other thing that peculiarly happened is that we've had a depression in the stock market. We've had the prices of big tech compressed because of the amount of capital that came into them through the pandemic and the influx of $9 trillion into our system. And now that money is being squeezed out by Jerome Powell as he tries to bring interest rates and inflation down. That's also brought the price of stocks down. Let's use Meta as an example. Meta is the driving force of Web 3.0, which we call the metaverse. But they were caught by spending too much money, growing too fast, and putting too much money into the metaverse, and that suppressed their stock. Their stock price has dropped from the mid-300s down to sometimes below $100 a share. As that happened, that created opportunity for Meta. How is that? Well, if there are 200 people who can make the metaverse happen and can build a team, what they really want is that team and ownership. They want their own company, but maybe they can get there faster if they come to work for Mark. Mark was not in a good position back a year ago. His price was up to $300. The metaverse was already priced into his stock. So he wasn't an attractive place for this young talent. But now, as a result of maybe some maneuvering on his part, his price is down substantially, down probably about 70%. With that in mind, his company now becomes attractive to this talent. They can go and have a team and have the benefit of Meta's network and then walk away with big ownership. That's right. Their strike price on their stock options won't be $350 a share. It may be as low as $80 a share or $70 a share if what I think is going to happen on the February profit reports, and I think you're going to see that price go down. So now I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer, and I'm a 25-year-old genius, and I understand artificial intelligence and machine learning, and I have a group of people that I'm working with, and Mark comes to me and says, why don't you move out of your parents' garage and come work for me, and we will exponentially grow Meta to the company it has potential to be. And you'll get there a lot faster, and I've already got the structure put together, and we'll get exponential growth because my price is down. That's what I think is going to happen. And as a result of that, I think you're going to see companies like Google and Microsoft and Meta and Amazon go back up in price because they're going to grab this talent. The same thing happened back in 2000. Remember, we had a dot-com bubble which we got an over exuberant price gain. Microsoft, or it was Amazon, dropped from $95 a share to $9.50 a share. That made them attractive to the talent of 2000. Then the same thing happened again in 2008. Again, it had nothing to do with tech. It had to do with a subprime crisis, unreasonable real estate prices, which brought the market down, which then put companies again like Microsoft and Apple and Amazon at a depressed price, which made them an attractive place for people who wanted ownership to come work. And that's happening again. Now, the other thing, if you understand that and say, wow, that's really good for these young people who have this talent and these skills, well, it's also good for you. Because now you can buy Meta maybe at $90 or $80 or even $70 a share. Now you can buy Amazon at $70 a share, because I think it will get that low as we hear the profit statements in the 1st of February. This is a buying opportunity. It wouldn't have happened if the prices of these stocks had not dropped. So I know it doesn't look good on paper. It certainly doesn't look good on my portfolio. I'm down almost 50%. But I recognize that because of the coronavirus, because of the $9 trillion that went into the stock market in 9 months during 2000, I'm going to have a buying opportunity of my lifetime. I'm going to be able to buy these stocks, and they're going to be able to attract that talent that's just coming out, that knows more about artificial intelligence, machine learning, genome sequencing, quantum computing, that's going to change the world. And I'm not going to have to go to private equity to get it. I'm going to talk to you more about this because I think this is important, and I think the world has overlooked it. So let's work together on this. I'll talk to you again tomorrow.